This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons, like Mage Cat Comet, Saray Cypher, Hans Grenade, Anna Ginteres, Bob CC, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Luke Leonitrell, Salpa Chakwatol, Courtney, Zerka Barakil, Casey Schaefer, Lily Black, Chaitan, Chesha Soltiri, Erisu Yamakawa, Sasirafula Lirafu, Daimos, Nina Grimsdaughter, Asuta Starbreeze, Quick Levin, Sayori Snowfall, Yuana Nitsa, Miscellaneous Cargo, Duke Jarlsberg, Stella Bell, Yarnthoda Aurora, Boogie Bear, Remy Asalia, Ceres, Icy Lee, Lyria Rain, C&G Lipscomb, Dalamud Bapodo, Kaisa Regina, Pamela Isley, Umbral Wind, Face on Masher, Naive Arino, Celeste Raskris, and Elenriel Maximus. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 167. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I am, of course, joined today by Rolodes,
Hello.
Georgi Wiston, and Maela Vanadar.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone. Today's main topics, 5.1, of course, because it is imminent. Just a couple of days away from this episode going live. We will talk about the patch notes and we will read through them today. That's basically the show. We'll talk about. We'll be referencing some other stuff from several Famitsu sources.
Well, Japanese interviews.
Oh, sorry. There were 4 interviews. I forgot. Famitsu, Gamescom. 2 others. We'll be using that as a supplement to the patch notes as well, because there's some other additional information that has become available to us now. We probably won't be able to read Mogmail today. We'll look into it, but probably not, because this is a big show. Unexpectedly big show today. Additionally, if you stay tuned, you can catch the post-show, where we will be reading questions from the Syndicate, and believe it or not, Minimum Eye Level, you thought I'd forgotten, Minimum Eye Level is back again. We'll be watching our run of Sistasha Hard.
Whoa.
Look forward to that. And what a day. We have channel updates as well. The next project has begun. It's Fallen Rise. Ooh. Episode 10. I had to decide which to do. I'm doing Fallen Rise, and I don't want to say anything else, but work has started. So, and it will, one of the topics, they're teased in episode 9, but it's going to deal with a lot of the stuff leading up to the end of A Realm Reborn's main scenario, but also some of the creative communities that sprung out during its golden era, you could say. Okay, let's talk about what we've done in 14 this week. Anyone want to share? Actually, I'll start because I have the least stuff to say. Let's just do this correctly.
Okay.
I do boring stuff. Did I do anything this week? Oh yeah, I did. I'm leveling. I don't know why. I started leveling Ninja.
Okay.
You just want to know?
I just want to know because there's.
Why now?
Because now I want to just dip my toes into it while it's like this, because it's about to change.
Okay.
So I can say that. Oh yeah, I remember that, and I can be that annoying guy that says that. I won't be able to get to 80 though. No, I will not, because I'm only 70. I'm either 72 or very close to 72, and I won't make it to 80 by the time 5.1 is out. But I'll be maybe 73. But what? Yeah. So that's all I've done. Who's next?
Okay.
We'll start
I'll
we'll
go.
go in order of like, if you feel like you have a lot to say, just don't say
How do we
anything
gauge
yet.
that?
I don't know.
I don't have a lot.
Use an order and go then.
Okay, Rollo, go on.
I'm almost done leveling my samurai to 80 on my Ragnarok character, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Another class that is not from A Realm Reborn.
Yeah.
I happen to prefer the newer expansion
Can you
classes
just-
to the older ones.
Rollo.
I'm almost done. I got it at 78, so I might as well just finish
Yeah,
it.
that's true. Yeah.
But like, is it just me, or is like leveling a lot quicker from like 70 to 80 than like 70 than 60 to 70?
Maybe.
Is
I
that?
don't know.
I actually
I
feel
feel
like
like
it's the
doing it.
opposite because there are less like ways to level. But I've started doing the main scenario roulette, which is okay. It is good. I
Yeah,
accept it now.
it's really
It
good.
is really.
Yeah.
It's
really
like
good.
almost more than half the EXP bar. So very good. So I do that now every day.
Yeah, it's really good, especially combined with the 10 Moogle tomes that you're getting right now.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I must have so many.
I know.
But I already have
I'll be
everything
able
I
to
want.
afford a bird soon.
Also, I'm very angry that I don't know what I am. I'm sad that I didn't mention the thing, the other new item they added with this thing, the magic prism. That's
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the job mastery thing from
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
I
I thought we mentioned
Oh.
that when we first
I
talked
don't know
about
if we
this.
did. I just
Okay.
stared at it there was like a promo picture and I looked at it. I'm like, haha. And then I scroll. I'm like, wait, this is 14. And then I scrolled back up and oh, that's what it is. So sorry if that bothered you that we didn't mention that. Now we have a month later. Yes, go on,
We
Rollo.
did it.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yes. Yeah, the leveling seems a lot quicker because I was at 72 one night,
Mhm.
and then I got to 77, and like
Wow.
a very short amount of time. And I wasn't doing anything special. I was doing roulettes, did all my roulettes for the day.
Mhm.
This was like at 3 a.m. my time, so it's still morning in Europe, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll do MSQ roulette, I'll do level 50 roulette, I'll do leveling roulette, do alliance, I'll do fates for I'll do challenge logs really quick too. And like and it's just, I don't know, it's never felt this quick before. I guess because now I'm doing
Yeah.
MSQ with it too. That might be it, but
Mhm.
it's really quick. And also, I did some little bit of dungeon grinding too. Like I did
Yeah.
like 2 or 3
Right.
runs of a dungeon,
Mhm.
and it's like, yeah, it's
I think I agree. I've turned now. Yeah, the MSQ thing, I think, because I didn't do that initially, and that does a lot. So
And
Yeah,
if you
it
get
does.
if you get is it Castrum, the long one?
yeah,
Praetorium, Castrum, yeah.
no,
Castrum, you
no,
get Castrum.
Praetorium is the long one. Praetorium is the long one.
Praetorium.
Yeah.
You get Praetorium. You put on an episode of fucking Chernobyl or
Yeah.
whatever the one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just chill, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
if I
go
can back up the idea that leveling combat classes is faster, but I know for a fact that gatherers and crafters are faster.
Oh, that
'cause,
is
I
for
said-
sure. Yeah.
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 I've said this. I said this when I did it. I leveled Fisher in a day,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so from
Yeah.
70 to 80. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's also faster for combat classes. So I'll take your word for it, Rollo. Other than that, I leveled warrior from 72 to 73. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
How do you like Nation Flash? Is that what you got at 73 or 72? I don't remember.
I mean, this is on my main because I've already leveled warrior completely on my Ragnarok character.
So it's just a
So-
repeat.
yeah, and just
Yeah.
doing it
Oh,
all
okay.
over again.
Yeah.
I still haven't done the level 80 quest on the Ragnarok character yet, though. So
Oh.
I'm sure
maybe it's
your
good.
Lord says something funny.
I'm sure it'll be very fun when I beat up the 1 or 2 mobs that you have to as part of certain end game
Mhm.
quests.
Yeah.
Or I might even beat up none, like in the summoner quest.
There was none for Dark Knight, I think. You didn't beat anyone up. You just
Hmm.
you talk to some people, and then your buddy comes out and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
And other
Yeah,
than
but-
that, our raid group disintegrated, but that's fine.
Yay!
Hooray!
Cool.
We got smashed by E2S.
Yeah, I remember. I just realized now that someone might be doing MSQ roulette right now, listening or watching this podcast. Hello.
Did Gaius say the thing? Did he say the thing?
Did he
right
say
now?
the thing? Okay, right. So, Mela.
I have been doing PvP frontlines for tomes. Today I hit my second 100, so I've got my 2 birds.
Nice.
I hit 70 on machinist as well, so I'll catch up on job quests and then push into Shadowbringers content.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play Machinist before the changes?
I-
For
Not
Shadow.
not. I played machinist most during Heavensward.
Mm-hmm.
I played it a bit during Stormblood, but not like in proper. It was mostly like Alliance through raid roulette and stuff. When we were
Oh.
doing the streams, it was just to level it.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of it? Why don't you give me a little review?
I like machinist at the moment. It's like 10 buttons or something like that, and I'm going to be adding another maybe 5 on the journey to 80, and that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Many,
Gone down
many
by a
buttons.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got lots of OGCDs, so I'll be able to weave.
Lucky you! You live right
it's
next to the
cool.
server.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think it feels great. It's very good in PvP. I've really enjoyed it in PvP.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good class at the moment, I think.
Nice.
Um,
Is Machinist getting a lot of changes now? We'll get to that.
No,
Don't worry.
in
We'll
the patch notes?
No.
We'll
okay.
get to it.
Yeah.
but yeah, raid group gone, so that's extra free
That's
time.
2
to
days
level.
freed up, so that's nice.
We'll
Today
get...
I even picked up a Wondrous Tales for the first time. In
Oh
ages.
my god.
I may even actually do it.
Jesus.
I always say I'm gonna do it, but I never do.
No.
I'm too lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you that were wondering, with the raid group, every night of the week we were preoccupied with 14.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was tough.
It was a little bit much, maybe. So
Yeah.
Right. We'll see what happens with the next tier. Let's also
But
we
that's
have
6 months away.
that's 6
Or
months
3 at
away. We
this
don't
point.
have to
Yeah.
well
We've got a
3,
cooling off
yeah.
period.
Yeah, we can cool off now.
I'm doing it on my own. I don't know what you do.
No, I'm gonna do it on my
Good
own
news
too,
if you're
Roland.
watching the stream though, because that means we can actually try it on stream.
Yeah, we're gonna try and plug it
Yeah,
on.
we might plug it on stream or something.
Right. Anyways, we have an important announcement about. Oh, Mila, have we? We haven't even. Do you know about this? What I'm about to say about the times? No, you don't.
Oh.
I don't know
Because
exactly.
Rolla was
what
too
the-
busy showing his asshole, so he couldn't have.
No!
No,
Why
don't
would you say that?
Sorry,
That did
I'm
not
just
happen.
quoting Mela. I'm just quoting
That-
Mela. Sorry.
That did not happen.
Sorry, that did not happen. Correction.
Lay it on
I don't know
me.
why that was that. I don't know why that happened. Why I said that. Rolla was showing around his house, and I guess it
I
just got
genuinely
lost.
thought you were gonna say again. He's showing.
I almost did.
Wow.
That's the
I
first
showed you guys
word.
my home.
That's the first word my brain goes to.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
About time zones.
time zones are changing because we have this awful system. We will accommodate for the Americans again, like we usually do. So stream time will be pushed back an hour next week and tomorrow, I believe. So
It's
'cause
overnight.
it
tonight,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
happening overnight now. So
Oh, that's night.
it's tonight.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Back. I thought it was 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, time gets pushed back.
We're gaining an hour, so
We're-
at 2
Okay,
o'clock it suddenly becomes 1 o'clock again.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Gotta wait till November for us Americanos.
Yes. Yeah, that why just a week too? It's so like
I don't
pointless.
I don't make the rules, man. I just live here.
Tomorrow, 70 countries will be doing this, and then America's like, you know what? We'll do it next week.
mean-
We want to be special.
I mean, who adopted daylight savings first? That's where you can find blame.
I don't
assume
know.
Us because of
Let's
Greenwich
look it
Mean
up.
I
Time.
know
right
that it was
now.
Franklin that mentioned it as a joke, and then was it Germany that started it? And they were like, after the war, this is not on topic. What are we on about?
This is really
Germany-
You
Was the first country to enact daylight savings time.
Oh
It took-
my
took-
god. I am a genius.
Wow, it was Germany. You
I
did it.
can't believe it.
Okay, we did it.
Okay. Anyways, sorry. So
Thanks, Germans.
sorry, Britain, you'll be going over to GMT tomorrow, UK. So that means tomorrow will start at 6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. GMT. For Americans, no change in time. For people in my time zone, the Central European time, it'll be 7 p.m. CET. Remember that. And the podcast will be at 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. CET. No change for America.
What time is that in Australia, Gurgi?
If you're not American, who cares? If you're not American, it's an hour earlier.
Yeah,
Just remember that.
Yeah, it's an hour earlier.
Yeah.
And you
But
can probably check the stream elements thing under the stream.
Times won't change in Australia this week either. So,
Well,
no.
things will change for us because we're
it
accommodating
definitely
Americans.
will. Oh, yeah.
Because that's why I
keep
said
this
everywhere
time zone
but
shit.
America will change.
Yeah, I know, that's true. Everything but America. That's right.
So is that until summer again?
No. We will spring forward again to norm. The thing is, America's
So it's just
time
this week?
will never change. We have to accommodate for America for some reason. That's just how it's always been on the
better.
show. So we want to keep our airtime at 12 p.m. Pacific, always. So that's how it is. Right, moving on to we're done with this segment. It's time to jump into recent events. Yes, and we have a weird story. It's not a story. It's an unofficial census that's just been released by a very credible source. What's their name?
Lucky Buncho.
Lucky Buncho. They are reporting 1.18 million active characters as of October 23rd, 2019, where 820 of which are currently at Shadowbringers. Like, they're doing Shadowbringers story.
Or further.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty high. We already knew that it was high prior to Shadowbringers. It was close to the million, or was it a million actually? Before Shadow, yeah. I believe it was a million.
It was a million before Shadowbringers.
So we've gained about 180,000 players, give or take a few thousand, I guess.
I expected there to be more of a lull after like Shadowbringers. You know, like people like some people they take a little break and they'll come back for the patch. But like people are even coming back right before the patch, and it's I don't know, it's weird. I didn't expect it from Shadowbringers, but I'm very happy.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. If you guys are sorry, we need to make sure we get this times right, because every time we do an announcement of about time, we do it wrong.
We were so sure this time too.
Because now it makes sense. Because for us to stay in tune with America, who's not changing, we have to change our airtime.
Yes.
But then when America changes, do we have to change it again?
Yes. That's when we'd switch back.
So we're going to 7 p.m. for 1 week, and then it'll be back to 8. Okay, that's fine for okay.
It's not going to be permanent. It's just
or 2 weeks, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. However long it will be.
Oh yeah, it'll be 2 weeks probably. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Sorry.
be on the post shows for those.
Hey.
1 week. Apparently.
What?
Okay. 1 week.
1 week.
Apparently, November 3rd is when you end.
Yeah. They do it. Yeah. So it will be okay.
Okay, so it is 1 week.
Let's go. Let's say this again. If we've done this correctly, airtime tomorrow will be 6 p.m. GMT, which should be
it's normally 7 p.m.
Yeah, which should be
we're going back.
11 a.m. PDT. Okay, and then the podcast will air at 7 p.m. GMT next week, which should be noon PDT.
Just show up whenever.
Just show up. You'll get a
whatever.
notification.
You'll see it go live, and then you'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, that's the. Well, we wait a little bit before we go live.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I will adjust the time in the if you're on Twitch, there's like a calendar or whatever that counts down. It will show your time zone, so it'll be correct for you there. So okay,
It's not there right now. Did you remove it?
It disappears when
there.
it's live. It just shifts to like
okay.
show the cheers and whatever. Okay,
Oh.
okay, we need to get back on track. Sorry, 1.18 million active characters. Yeah, it's weird. This is October 23rd was when this was like published. So it is like in like the tail end of the lull between Shadowbringers and 5.1. That is very high, which means I'm assuming at peak, like when Shadowbringers released, we must have been at least 1.5, maybe even,
Possibly.
Makes
because
sense.
this was a very successful launch. So and you know others. When did WoW Classic release again? Was that how
That
far
was
long
2 weeks
after?
ago, wasn't it? 2.5 weeks
2
ago?
weeks ago?
No, it was
it
a
was
month
longer
ago.
than that. It was like a month ago.
Was it a month?
Rolo's been away. You can tell.
No,
It was at the tail end of
I've been
August.
back for like a month.
Yeah, that's true. I thought it was just 2 weeks, Rolo. No, it was.
It was about August. The
Yeah,
end of August. I think. Or
August-ish.
beginning of September?
Yeah,
Sometime around there.
yeah. So I'm assuming some people, when they completed the content, just went over to WoW Classic to try that out. That might be, but still, 1.18 million.
That's a big number.
Yeah,
Mm.
That's,
it's
That's
surprising
very
to me
popular
still.
territory.
Yeah,
I'm wondering how this like number's gonna stay throughout the patch cycle.
Yeah.
Because like imagine just staying just above 1 million or even around it for
Yeah.
like the majority, or even just or even go higher.
yeah,
That'd be crazy.
yeah. Because
I think it will sort of drop very, very gradually towards the end, and then expansion hype builds and
Yeah,
it starts again.
that's
But
usually
I,
how it
yeah,
tends
over
to
a
go.
million sounds realistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just remember, again, you just said that, Mela, but at the end of Stormblood, we had passed 1 million,
That's true.
Yeah.
which meant that it was going up when it should have been going down.
Yeah.
So, but what we have to, well, I mean, this isn't going, I don't think this is going to continue, like pointing upwards throughout this patch cycle. I think it's either going to
not.
stabilize around this. This might be the bottom, and then it'll just keep going in waves, and then drop slightly further down between each patch. That's usually how MMO numbers go. If it's a good MMO, if all the patches are considered good
Yeah.
enough. But yeah, it's very impressive, especially considering the age of this game now. We are in the 6th year of this game, and we have 1,180,000. Well, that's just rounded up, of course. This is that's not the specific number, but that's a lot of players. So
and these are like, and I don't know if you guys know the requirements. I mean, viewers, I know we do, but like if you know the requirements for Lucky Bancho stats, but they're very conservative.
oh yeah, yeah.
When it comes to their numbers, like
Yeah.
they exclude a lot of stuff. Like you have to be in a grand company. Oh, sorry, you have to have a grand company.
You need to be at
You
least level
have to
36.
Yeah, you have to be. Yeah, which is automatically excluding all the trial accounts.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
They even have to have like changed the number of minions or the experience values.
yeah.
So
They can also
this is
tell
lower than it is probably.
they're also excluding jumped characters. So
Yeah.
if you've bought an account, or not bought an account, but you've bought a jump potion for your first character, they can tell by checking your weapon eye level and your like your level, and that's just
Well,
that excludes them.
I assume they're excluding jumped characters that have done nothing.
Yeah,
specifically.
basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it is very accurate. It is the most accurate one I think that we've ever had. I remember we used XIV Census back in the day, but I remember 1 month it said it had 0 players. So it was a very it was not
Wow,
very
that was a
accurate.
dark time.
That was a dark time. Yeah, February
that's
2018.
back
Bad times.
During... That should have been back during, like, I don't know, 2013.
Yeah.
During the time when the game closed down. It's
Yeah.
a tough time.
Yeah. Do you think? I wish I knew how many players were playing the game
At the tail end of
before
1.0.
Yoshi P was announced. Like at at its worst. I think there might actually be numbers out there for that, but that would be very interesting to like contrast with what we have now. I know that we were down at the 30. I know one of the numbers were 36,000. I think.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a launch.
Yeah, I think at that point people just stopped counting. I think that was the last like unofficial census where there's like the graph that goes like so sharply down that they were like, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing this anymore. Anyways, we need to move on because we have patch notes to read and shit to discuss.
Many.
Let's have a look. Patch notes, of course, were released on Friday.
Earlier this week, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just
preliminary. Don't forget.
These are preliminary.
Yesterday morning, so yeah.
Yeah.
They'll change like 5
Preliminaries?
words.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't generally change that much from the preliminary to the actual ones.
That's true.
No.
Okay, here's what we've got. Patch 5.1. Actually, let me just do something real quick. I need to move some windows around. Okay, there we go. Back at it. Right. Oh, it's happening. The near patch is coming.
Oh yeah.
We did it.
So it's
Graham tier.
good old Graham. Graham tier. So
Gramatia.
new main scenario quests have been added. Obviously, there are how many? 1, 2, 3,
like
4,
10?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quests this
Oh
time.
my god, it feels so extensive compared to 4.5.
That feels like a good number.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a good number.
That is a good number.
Even if a couple of them are like fairly short, that's good.
Yeah. We have some information here from the interviews. Of course, obviously, the patch notes won't really tell us anything here. Just some pictures to go from. These are obviously not spoilers because Yoshi P wouldn't spoil the MSQ, so don't worry about that. Light and darkness will be the shared theme across not only the MSQ, but for the contents in this patch. He also says that some people might think the start of the 5.1 story is slow compared to 5.0, but the hype will accelerate near the later half. So it sounds like just any story patch.
Yep, usually.
Patch,
Especially 0.1 patches, because this is clearly a political patch.
Yeah.
We're probably going to work on restoring Yule more and all that. So the outcome of the story for the 5.x series and beyond have almost been decided already. So
That's surprising that they haven't locked it down yet.
yeah, I thought they were pretty. I mean, that is like a year away. I guess, but yeah.
I suppose it says and beyond, so.
Yeah. And remember, the last half of this is going to set up the next expansion, so
Yeah.
it's probably a big deal. They probably have
So
to
I need
finish
to know
that.
6.0 before they can
Yeah,
finalize
Yeah.
0.4 and 5.
Each patch. This is interesting. Each patch will have a focus on different regions. So that's how they've solved this. So I'm assuming this patch will be Yulmore and Calusia, and then
And Lakeland.
And Lakeland.
oh yeah, and
Because of the
Lakeland.
dungeon. That's what I would say.
Yeah, the dungeon is in Lakeland. It's not in.
I mean, they can split it up
Calusia.
into groups, I guess.
Yeah, they could. Yeah,
And then we
Yulmore
go
and
back to the source.
yeah. We actually don't know if they're going to focus more on. Well, it sounds like they're going to focus more on Yulmore than Lakeland. Lakeland might be like the initial, like the beginning thing, maybe.
Well, Lakeland's to where we go and
actually-
visit that Numo wizard who's to
Yeah.
do with the soul, and that seems pretty
This,
important.
they might just do 2 in this one. It seems.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there's that. Yoshida said that when the patches approach the second half, probably around 5.3, players might end up jumping over the border of Shadowbringers. And then he says, this is a joke from his side, he said, or whatever. We don't know. But he says this, and going to the void? Maybe not. And then he laughs.
I mean, we're
That's-
chill. We have the emissary of darkness with us.
We
like-
do.
Yeah, but
That's in the raid series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
How
they
likely
did,
is the?
But they have said that
Tangent now.
they kind of they kind of tie into each other, kind of. So it.
It
Yeah,
did.
but I feel like when they say that, they mean it will tie in the same way as Binding Coil did. I don't think they're going to
Yeah.
make it so necessary that the plot will make no sense unless you do the raid series.
Well, I'm sure.
They
No,
should.
what they'll do. Well, we said this about a lot of people said this about Crystal Tower too. They'll never tie Crystal Tower to the MSQ because it was side content. I think what they'll instead do, if they're doing this, is they'll just introduce it in the MSQ. They'll just be like, "Oh, a void sent," and then there we go. That's all you need.
okay.
Because every player at this point knows about the void.
Yeah.
That's true.
All we need is a reason to introduce it to the MSQ. So I don't think that's a big problem.
Yeah.
But we haven't.
Emissary of Darkness or not, so what does it really matter?
Yeah, they might bring the Emissary of Darkness
I
into
guess
the MSQ.
The
at some
problem
point,
I
too.
have with saying that the raid series will tie with the MSQ is that Crystal Tower is very old right now, whereas this raid series is current.
Yeah.
So that's where I have a little bit more difficulty seeing them tying them together immediately.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. The void isn't a new thing.
No, but
Is
the,
what I'm
just
saying.
saying
That's
going
true.
to the void is a bit. Because
Well-
she's a good tie-in to the void. The Oracle
That's
of
true.
Darkness.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know. We'll see. Emet being gone does not mean all the ambitions of the Asians are gone, so players should look forward to what Elidibus does from here on now.
Makes him fight the Warriors of Light.
Not a surprise. He's already been established as the next bad guy in the end of
Yeah.
5.x.
Final bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hope he's going to do something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what else is there for the Asians at this point?
Mm.
You know, chill,
He
relax,
he
live off
also
pension.
he also mentions that the devs don't want to be obsessed with what worked/succeeded and their past glory. They will continue to try to deliver content by gathering all the good parts of previous contents.
I like hearing that. That
Yeah.
gives me good hope.
I feel like he
for-
said that before. I feel like that's like that's
Yeah.
what they've been thinking. That's
I
been their
mean,
mindset for
Of
a
course
long
they
time.
don't, because if they focused exclusively on worked and succeeded, we wouldn't be seeing Diadem 3.0 at this point.
I
True.
see Palace of the Dead 3. I'll still play it, but
Yeah. Players probably have a rough idea of the sequel to that content in the past should arrive in 5.x, but there's quite a lot of content where that assumption doesn't apply / won't be right. What is he referring to here, do you think? Is it Eureka? Be weird if we didn't have any large scale well, I guess maybe Ishgard Restoration is considered that now.
do Ishgard Restoration to get your relic.
But where are we
Oh, that would
we
be
need-
cool.
Oh yeah,
We
well,
need some way to get our relics.
that's true.
Yeah.
which seemingly is not coming this patch.
Oh yeah, there's been no mention of it. So
I know. Sad.
which is yeah. I'm glad they're not announcing it though, because if that's what they did with Diadem. No, sorry, Eureka. So that they are like, oh, we're definitely having that at launch, and then it's delayed, and they're like, 4.1, and then 4.2, 4.21. So it was and then we got it, and we're like, cool, dude. Glad we waited
and then
for this.
We sort of eventually learned to think this is okay now.
Yeah.
And then Pagos.
Yeah, and then they made
And that
fucking
was it.
Pagos. But that was funny. I feel like at some point we need to have like a post-mortem on Eureka because
Oh please.
because the I will never forget the atmosphere when Yoshi P and I can't remember who else was it Mr. Atma? They were talking about their progress on Eureka, and they said that they had been listening to feedback, but the next part had already been made.
Yes.
You remember that? And that was Pagos, and you could tell that they were like a little worried.
Yeah.
That was a great moment.
Didn't expect the freight trains apparently.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right. Okay, let's move on. The quest Word About Comra can now be found under the Chronicles of a New Era tab of the journal window. Oh, is that not in there?
No, it's not. It counts as a side quest right now.
Oh, yeah. So, well, there we
Yeah.
go. It's in there now. And new quests have been
Basically
added.
telling you to do it now.
Yeah, yep. Chronicles of a New Era quests have been added. A scandal in Comra which is what the initial quest is called.
And that's in
That's
Comra, so
Yeah.
you know where to start. It's in Kalusha.
Yep,
It's not actually in Comra. The Gossipy Dwarf is in
it's in
the other one.
Tomra. Yeah,
Oh, Tomra.
yeah.
Well, it's in Kalusha.
Go to
It's
Tomra
somewhere.
to pick
Yeah.
up this quest.
This is 5 quests long. That's quite long for a 24-man raid series.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
I'm guessing there'll be.
Wasn't Ivalice pretty decently long?
The
as
second one was the
Yeah.
garbage one.
Oh wow.
At what point in this quest line do you think you'll go into the 24-man? And then how long will its wrap up be afterwards?
Let's see. Let's look at the quest names.
Oh, we don't know the other questions.
You only
Yeah.
got one.
Oh right.
We only got one.
Hmm.
I think it'll be the 4th one.
Okay, so you'll be running around a bit to like work it out, and then they'll be like, "Okay, we're going," and then it's the, "Hey, that was good."
It's a big thing
Yeah.
to introduce, so I could agree.
Yeah.
with
I
that.
guess so.
There's a lot of lore to be established.
It's a
there, I
heck
think.
of a lot of world building to do
Yeah.
to make this appropriate.
So there's some additional information about Yorha here, Dark Apocalypse. The copied factory exists on the 1st, and the reason why it's located there will be revealed in the second set, 5.3 or 5.5 and beyond. And beyond!
That's very annoying. Beyond is interesting.
Yes. I think that
The
that's the
dungeon?
most interesting part about this statement, because he specifically says beyond, which means this story will somehow continue after the raid
6.0.
series is
because-
ended.
I think this is weirdly translated because it says in the second set and then it has 5.3 and 5.5. 5.5 would be the beyond.
Oh, that
third
would be.
set,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. This is just okay. Okay. They just. Yeah. Of course they did.
Second set and beyond,
Okay. So it'll. Because I'm thinking about the 12
Yeah, I know what you
crossover too, which they abandoned. Probably.
I don't think it's
It'll come
abandoned.
back
I
to
think
the
it's just not relevant to the story on the first at all.
Yeah. It might pop up in 6.0. We talked about this before. The Yorha raid should leave a scratch mark that is a little different to Nier.
What does that mean?
I think.
Does it mean scratch an itch?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what he means. So it's it'll if you're a Nier fan, it might scratch your Nier itch, but it's in a different way.
Your
Just
niche?
right next.
I've got an
next to
itch.
I think it means it'll please Nier fans.
Yeah, it'll please Nier
But it
fans,
will have
but it's
14,
gonna be
yeah.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Um,
cool.
Yeah, he said it should be. This is funny to me. It should be easier than the Return to Ivalice raids. It's funny because further down the patch notes, we know that they're basically nerfing the last one.
Oh, Thunder God.
But a lot of people died during the tests.
Good.
It's definitely easier than Orban, the final raid of Ivalice, and the Nier raids will end up being about the same difficulty as Rabanastre, the first Ivalice raid.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Rabanastre was complicated enough that it was fun on the first day.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I love the
Like when
chaos of
Lucio
24
died
man.
to the red chocobo immediately. That was pretty
Yeah, I remember that. This is the introduction to the Nier raid, so they nerfed some of the debuffs after some testing and thought it would be too hard.
fun. No.
However, they will throw consecutive mechanics at the players they have never seen before, and players
Balls.
might be overwhelmed. Balls for sure.
Excellent.
There will be
Make
many
me spell
balls.
things.
Mmm.
Oh god, can I level Red Mage in 2 days?
All Yoshida can say is, look around you and watch out. The rewards will include what players expect from the Nier raid.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one. And both genders can wear it, so it'll look pretty powerful when a male wears it. Dot.
You know
I
what that
love
means.
powerful.
What does it mean,
Enjoy looking
Rollo?
powerful in
You
your
will
dress.
you're gonna wear the to be dressed, and then your character in game will say, when someone asks about their outfit in game, they'll say, "It's a p out slash out kind of look," you know.
Excuse me?
This is the podcast, Rollo. This goes up on YouTube, Rollo.
All right, put a beep.
Okay,
whatever.
I'll put a beep on it. Okay.
Replace it with him saying quam.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Quam out. Got my quam out. Oh no. Oof. Right, so the waste gear has been removed from
Good.
the rewards.
Yay!
We did it.
The worst piece of gear from 24 man.
Yay.
Everyone 24
But I
mans
want to
are...
glamour into it.
Listen, 24 mans have always just been for fucking glamour anyway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
always-
catch-up gear.
Mm.
But after that, it is exclusively glamour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old job, if you would need it, and then.
Yeah.
It doesn't say this, but I genuinely hope they remove waste gear from the old raids as well.
Yes.
Nah.
Please.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't need a fucking belt from Crystal Tower.
I don't need a belt taking up one of my 4 drops from Crystal Tower.
True. Right, so next is Pixie Beast Tribe quests have been added.
Oh,
The Pixie Beast Tribe main quest and daily quest will employ an automatic level adjustment system known as Quest Sync, which will match the difficulty of the battles to the player's current job and class levels. Any experience received... What?
usual stuff, right?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yes.
Any experience received upon the completion of these quests will be adjusted accordingly. Furthermore, certain quests will not allow players to proceed with a class or job that is different than what they accepted them as. Okay, that's...
Now here's the thing.
Yes?
Stormblood Battle Beast Tribe XP was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Can we expect even better?
Well, Mala, according to Yoshi P himself...
Wasn't even a segue, but awesome.
It's not. This isn't a very good segue because it's not quite what what you'd expect me to say. The Beast Tribe quest in the 5. But I know that this is something Mala want. The Beast Tribe quest in the 5.x series will be basically the same as the previous ones, but they will probably only have 1 Beast Tribe for battle classes.
Oh.
Which means we might
So
be...
does that mean 1 for crafting and 1 for gathering specifically?
Maybe?
That would be cool.
Yeah?
That'd be a lot of XP if they were both crafters/gatherers. Like both of
Always
them were.
made no... Well, it always felt awkward in like the Namazu one where the guy would either say, go and collect some tree bark, or here's some stuff and you can craft something instead. Like, you choose whatever.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have
Yeah.
1 for each.
Yeah, that would be
That's
nice,
cool.
and yeah, it sort of shows that again that this expansion is very much crafting and gathering heavy. Like they're making a lot of changes to these systems in this patch.
They
No,
really
sorry, this
want you to
expansion.
craft.
Yes,
We'll
/gather.
go into that in detail
we
later.
will. Oh
I
yes,
guess
we
that
will.
means 6.0 will be the PvP expansion, and they'll make that decent.
Yes.
World PvP will come in 6.0. You heard it here first.
It might, in one zone maybe.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can gank your friend.
Yes. I guess you technically don't need another battle Beast Tribe quest because
No,
they're
why would you?
level synced now. So yeah, it makes more sense
mean,
that
yeah,
the
Yeah,
rest.
just less battle experience.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
It just means that less. I think, and I'm probably wrong, but I think less people craft and gather than play battle classes, so there's more chance people would miss out. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
just just level 1.
Yeah,
Not
just
that
level.
bad.
Yeah, it's easy.
I hope the Pixies give the 5 capped tomes rather than the 15 of the other tomes.
Oh
that-
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Of the 2 Beast Tribe rewards, because
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
need the 15 non-weekly tomes was one of the most unnecessary rewards that existed from Beast
Yeah.
Tribes.
Yeah,
The currency
I
for the Pixies is called Fae Fancies. So there you go. The number of Fae
that's
Fancies
cute.
currently held is displayed in the currency window. So exactly where
Wow,
you'd expect
back
them to be.
that, but not the bicolor gems.
Bicolor gem? Oh, right. It's on its own window. Yeah, I hate that. Right. Let's go to New Game Plus and Ansem the Wise.
Look at him.
Not Ansem the Wise. Ansem. Just Xehanort. That's his name.
No,
Makes an
it's not
appearance.
Xehanort. It's
Wistful
not
White,
Ansem the
man.
Wise.
No, Ansem the Wise looks better than Xehanort. Fight me.
Who got
Yeah.
Norded in 14?
What did you say, Rollo?
Who got Norded in 14?
Who got Norded?
Xeno's got
Xeno's
Norded.
Xeno's got Norded!
Yeah.
Thancred got Norded.
Thancred
Yeah.
got
For a
Norded.
second, I thought they were going to use the guy in that church.
Oh,
There's an
yeah.
old man in that church, but this guy's just some random
Just
dude.
a
isn't he?
random
He's
old
new
man.
for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. This is New Game Plus. The players can now revisit previously completed quests and cutscenes via New Game Plus after completing the main scenario quest, Heavensward Speak with Wistful Whitebeard in Western Thanlin. It's near Horizon. No, it's Vesper Bay. I can tell. Oh, yeah, it's Vesper Bay. So... What? Go on.
Another feature you just have to go to a dude to unlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, I get it. You can like make it diegetic by having a character give you quests for, but
Yeah.
I don't know what. Why isn't it just a
He's
menu
wistful
option?
because he's thinking, "Oh, tell me about your stories," and then you can relive them, and it's for his
No,
benefit.
I don't need a reason for it. Just put a button on like the fucking menu. Like,
This game needs everything. The fans need lore for like.
I don't
why-
need lore for dying shit.
We don't need
But
to
there
talk
is
about
law.
we don't
know.
we don't need to talk about New Game Plus, but I agree. I agree with Rollo. This doesn't need to have
No, it doesn't,
lore
but-
explanation, in my opinion.
know what the
but
community's
it's
like.
nice when it's
I mean,
there. They've made an effort.
I
so.
agree. It's nice. These kinds of doing this, they're so easy to miss. Like I didn't
Yeah.
even know I didn't have the what's the combat recorder thing called.
Oh yeah, the battle.
Why does that have to be
recorder.
unlocked? It should just
I
be
didn't
like,
even know
I
I
agree.
didn't have it unlocked.
It should just be a base
until I
system that you
unlocked it
have.
accidentally on my alt.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, the difficulty of certain instance battles in main scenario quests have been reduced. To be expected, that happens, especially for like the last. This is for Stormblood specifically. The last ones were quite
there were some tough ones
up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
The fighting Saudu was
But-
pretty intense. At
yeah.
least.
But this is cool because you can now choose the difficulty of quest instance battles, which is interesting.
good.
I'm not sure if this is supposed. No, this is in
It's
the game.
Part of new game.
Is it New Game Plus?
Plus.
It doesn't.
I think it applies to everything.
I think
'cause
it's just
listed
everything
under-
now.
It's listed under 2.x through
Yeah.
5.x.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says
If
if
it
you
was
Oh, will be displayed upon defeat or when.
Yeah.
Oh,
raiding. So
sorry.
you
Yeah.
Yes.
have to do it on normal first time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
which
then
is
if
nice.
You die. you
And
get
I
the
also
option.
kind of like this because if it doesn't force you into the echo if you don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It gives you a choice. That's nice. It tells us then that normal is just the regular, obviously, and then easy gains the power of the echo, increasing your maximum HP, damage dealt, and healing magic potency by 50%. Certain duties will also adjust the parameters of ally NPCs, enemies, and battle mechanics. And very easy gains the power of the echo, increasing your maximum HP, damage dealt, and healing magic potency by 100%.
Ah,
So
I'm gonna do it on a tank on very easy, just for like 200k HP. Just to see.
yeah. There's also what is this?
So, okay,
Yeah,
Get
so
the combo action. Duh.
remember that fucking duty where he had one action as an attack?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Now
It's giving you,
he has a
Yeah,
combo.
it's- yeah, it's giving you a combo like Thancred had.
Okay.
But also, it says the main scenario quest Swan Song, which is not correct, because that's the translation of the Japanese
Oh
quest.
shoot.
The English title is for Requiem of Heroes.
Oh yeah, of
Oh.
course it is. Oh my god.
Ah.
Literally the name of the patch, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
The parameters of enemies that appear in Arcanist and Summoner quests have been adjusted. Don't know what that's,
That's
all
good.
about.
That means something.
Yeah.
Especially for the Arcanist quest line, because I think it's a level 15 duty.
Mm-hmm.
It relies on you weakening the enemies using Miasma, which is an
Oh.
effect Miasma 2 has not had, or Miasma 1. Miasma 1 has not had since maybe early Stormblood.
Ah.
Yeah, I
Well-
remember doing. There's a summoner duty in like the Sagodi Desert or something.
Mm-hmm.
That took
Oh,
me
yeah, it's
ages to do.
It's also because Titan doesn't tank anymore, so that.
Oh yeah,
also,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
doing the
Oh, yeah.
shipboarding Arcanist quest thing would be pretty hard without it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. I always get excited when I see guild leaves in the patch notes, but unfortunately,
Have they gone up or down?
don't know. The number of items required
Probably
for crafter
down.
and fisher leaves have been adjusted.
Probably
So if it's
Probably
down,
down.
that means your 15 to 50 toolkits are even easier now to level up. So level up.
down.
Yeah.
They really want you to do it.
Yeah.
Please,
Fates,
we're begging
Fates,
you.
The maximum store of bicolor gemstones, we've talked about this, has gone up from 500 to 1,000. They've also made some adjustments to gemstone traders. New items are available for exchange, and the shared fate rank required for certain items have been reduced. So,
Cool. That's interesting.
yeah.
I guess they'll just cycle in more recent mats as the higher rewards and put
Yeah.
drop the mats down.
Mm-hmm.
For the treasure hunt, rewards in the dungeons of Ligia,
Like, yeah.
I hate it. Have been adjusted. So new items probably being added.
New items, yeah, makes sense.
These are the
For
new,
the new glamour gear.
yeah.
Yeah,
Grand
and
and
also probably new orchestrion rolls.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the usual stuff to expect from a patch and a treasure or dungeon. Grand and free companies. New craftable items have been added to the company workshop, including
House.
a new house.
I like that fence.
New house walls.
I
It's-
really like how this
It's
looks.
very suburban.
Yeah, I like it. It's very nice. Yeah,
The fence is nice. The house itself, I like the shop
it's
window.
like barrel
awning.
shaped almost.
I don't know if I like the whole house that much.
I would
but
dye it a different color, but I
Yeah.
probably might make this
Very
on
rustic.
my
I
own.
think it'll be quite
Yeah.
cheap.
Well,
It's gonna be annoying to make,
it's a
though.
craftable item, so it's gonna be if you're gonna buy it from the market board. I'm assuming at least in the beginning, it's gonna be fairly
Oh, in
expensive.
the beginning it'll be expensive, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
won't.
It doesn't
It won't
mess-
be like the Moogle or the Carbuncle houses in terms of price. I think
Yeah.
No, probably not.
because of its
Why
luck.
can't we move here? Why do we have to move to the mist?
Okay, we still have to decide. We
can move
don't
anywhere.
decide
Not in-
anything. We
This
need to
house
decide.
even has a bridge towards
I
it.
know the bridge is a big draw. We'll figure it out. But
I'm
we have to
cool.
figure it out. Oh, actually, we have to figure it out
Tomorrow
very soon.
or
I
Monday.
mean, we don't
Yeah.
need to move immediately, but yeah.
No, we do.
No, we do.
Otherwise, it'll be gone.
We
Because
are
there-
we are on the
remember-
server with we will not name, but
Excuse you, as the master of coin, I should be.
Hey, if the master of coin is ever there for these discussions, we will include you.
Wow, never invited to meetings.
you okay? We've never had a single FC meeting, so don't worry, Roll. You haven't
No.
missed anything. Okay. The following actions and adjustments have been made to subaquatic voyages. New areas, new items have been added, and maximum submersible rank has once again been increased now from 60
Jesus.
to 65. There you go.
You guys-
Number.
break.
Have you guys even touched the submersible stuff?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Bean's doing pretty well,
Yeah,
and Teddy's.
Mr. Bean and Teddy get sent out every now and then.
they
Yeah.
sure do. So, yeah. The number of items required for level 79 to 80 provisioning and supply missions have been increased.
Weird. Why increased?
Why have they increased it?
Maybe it was too easy.
It was too easy. To be fair, it was very easy to craft
They
all
can't-
those items.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fair.
yeah. I can see why they did that. I'm glad. Oh God, fuck! I haven't leveled all my classes with.
Well,
I haven't
you
done
work
all of the
for days.
stories.
Don't worry, you'll have Kaishia soon as well, Akil. So
Oh,
it'll be
can't
easy.
wait to
Yeah,
undress.
yeah.
And you still got all the old ones.
The number of
Wait, you need to
items.
mention that part.
The number of items required for certain Fisher provisioning and supply missions have been reduced. So that's been reduced.
Actually, you know what? I understand
fish
that.
are hard to get.
Fishing is one of the most annoying types of.
Oh yeah,
quests to
always
do.
is. Yeah.
If you want one specific fish, you'll be there for days. But if you're cool with just pan fish, you're fine.
Yeah, yeah. So that's let's just double check that we're not missing anything here. Nope. All right, housing wards. Okay, so we have to make yet another correction because every time we make an announcement here, they change everything. So
Yeah.
they have. I don't know if they just didn't know if they couldn't decide, or if every single time you read it, it was lost in translation. But you can. Players may still relocate private and free company estates to new wards. So that's the latest update. You
Okay.
can
So
relocate
you
private estates.
can move. So
So
I'm
you
gonna
cannot
try and get
purchase.
my dream plot.
So we're not going to spend much time on this because we've basically talked about this before. But yeah, wards
Yeah.
19 through 21 will be added to all residential districts. So
And private estates now purchasable on Spriggan and Twintine.
yeah, congratulations
If there are
everyone.
any left. Lol.
Spriggan and Twintine is going to be a mess.
If there are any left, it would be exclusively free companies
Yeah.
right now, Mailer. I can't
Yeah.
imagine there's
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
many.
But do you not remember every single player who was screaming, "Where's my house?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You just need to be there on time.
So furnishings from the 14 furnishing design contests have been added. It's a nice like
quite
wall
like that
fountain.
sink thing.
Is it a sink? I guess
fountain. I would say
it
it's a
is a fountain.
fountain.
Yeah.
A water feature.
Yeah.
Put your
Yeah.
thing in it. You know,
Yeah.
take a little
I
slip.
like both of these a lot.
Yeah. And
The
a
little
little
Zen gardens.
Little
Still
Zen
adding
garden.
things from the design not test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Additional furnishings have been added. Look at these. These are cute. It's like a barrel planter.
I love the little stalls. It looks so
Yeah,
nice.
they have little stalls where I can sell my quam.
Okay, well,
Your bread and
Players-
your flowers
All I
and your
can-
vegetables.
All I can look at is the aggressive flower pot on the right side. That
Yeah,
looks cool.
it is. It
Back
is
in
a
one
little
corner.
aggressive. The shading on it is very strange.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
it
Oh my
looks
god,
kinda
I can't
flat.
stop looking at it now. It looks like it's been photoshopped.
Stop looking at it.
Okay,
Scroll.
we're scrolling.
Scroll.
Players can now remain seated when interacting with furnishings. We talk about that. It's
Yes,
happened.
Akio.
Yeah, but still
Cure
not the
and
best
Ellison
race.
mannequins are now available. I literally just read it. Mannequins are now available in Cure and Ellison flavor. To use these new designs, access a mannequin and choose select race and gender, as you'd expect. But hey,
So all
6
we're
months
missing
later.
now is Aura,
The best one.
Vieira, and Hrothgar.
why would you?
Why are we last?
Yeah,
Because
why are
we're
you? I
added
love that you've been
last,
bunched in
almost
with the
last.
Vieira and the Hrothgar.
Yeah, I don't want to be with them.
They did all the Realm Reborn ones first, Mailer. Don't
Yeah.
complain that much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know why Hero wasn't
How hard
first,
can this be?
but
I said it before, Lakil, you have the very boring flavor. That's
but
why they didn't.
it should have
Yeah,
been
well-
if they wanted it to be like, I don't know why.
Yeah, they didn't want it though. They wanted to play for what people
Here
wanted, which was Makote.
Here is the skeleton of which all the Realm Reborn races are built.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say all of them, but
Well,
it-
Ellison
it
is just
the ske-
stretched, and Hrothgar is just
Yeah.
widened.
Yeah.
Well, no.
They have thick bones. They have wide
Rogans
bones.
Rogans don't use the same skeleton as Hers. Hers use the same skeletons. Ellison and Makote are the only ones that base Hers.
I don't mean
Look,
literally
They're
Gorgo.
textureless
I know, but
character
sure
models. Why
is.
can't it be
You
the
said it
whole-
yourself. It's the vanilla. Why are we discussing? We had this exact
don't
same
know.
discussion 6 months ago.
Let's move on.
Look at the rainbow.
I just think it makes you unnecessarily angry. I don't understand
Yeah.
why it irritates you so much.
It's just if you want a mannequin, you choose just a basic shape. That's what Hure is.
Yeah, but they weren't trying to do that. They were trying to pick.
Do we
what
have
was popular.
Lalafels?
Yes, we do. They added Lalafell and Rogadin last time.
Okay, I see.
Added baby.
I think they just wanted the most diverse body shapes first, so that there was variety in what you could see.
Yeah.
New orchestral rolls have been added, not listed, of course. New aquarium fishes have been added. A rainbow Saba.
I like this.
That's cool.
Yeah. Happy
Uh,
Pride
I
Month.
don't even know what it is,
That's
but
It upsets me that it's another one of those fish that can't move in the tank.
It looks so sad. like,
trapped fish, they're the best ones.
yeah.
I hate these. I never put these in my tanks. They make me sad.
You're gonna
These-
fish that way forever.
these fish are like clearly being abused because like this tank is too small for them.
Yeah.
You might as well have a singing trout on the wall.
Oh, don't worry. And always the sound because they're low on battery.
It's just like the
Yeah, and they're always like,
Don't worry.
don't worry, because the
no.
batteries are bad. Anyways, yes. Have you seen
They've
ones with
added
like fresh
companion-
batteries? The way they turn their head is so aggressive.
just like
Yeah, it is very
Yeah,
aggressive.
It's
that's
like
true.
the whole thing like shakes. Okay,
fly
anyways.
off the wall to attack you.
Anyways, a new seed for flower pots have been added. New paintings as well, but they're not listed.
Oh,
Yes,
seed and paint.
Campanula seeds?
Campanula.
Campanula.
Mm.
Campanula.
I don't know what this flower is, to be honest.
It's very nice
Yeah.
I
looking.
recognize past ones, but that does look nice.
Yeah.
New estate tags have been added. Visitors welcome. We're never putting that up on our estate. And a bakery.
Yay.
A bakery.
Yay.
That's well.
And-
Yeah.
In this house, we stuff.
Okay.
I like the
The
bakery
following
one.
estate icons
Red
have been
one.
adjusted, and I'm now noticing why they've done that because they reused existing icons
Yeah.
for these.
Fishing.
Yeah, before
the
they
sprouts.
just used the fucking new player icon, and now it's a tree for garden. Aquarium, which used to be the fisher icon. No, it's not just a fish. Is now a fish in an aquarium, which
In a
makes
very
more
I like how
sense.
it's just the same icon, but with
Yeah,
more detail.
but it's also like very. This is how aquariums in Eorzea work. Not enough space for the fish to actually
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
So much fish abuse. Really.
The venue has been changed from like an exclamation point to
A wall with a star.
Neither of these say venue to me.
No.
No. But I don't know
It's
what
like
I
a
would use to
window
say
or a
venue.
wall with a star on it.
Yeah.
Like a log cabin with
Yeah.
a star.
Yeah.
Okay, Mela, if you were a UI designer, what would you do to show off venue?
I wouldn't try and attribute the word venue to a house.
Well,
maybe like,
that's not your. You don't decide
okay.
that, Mela. You're a UI
would do,
designer. You get told to do this.
I
Yeah.
would do, you know those red velvet ropes?
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
yeah.
Yes.
There you
Okay.
go.
That would
I
have.
would have that.
But do they have red? Yes, they do. They have them all over
Doesn't
Yulmore.
matter.
You could. Yeah, it could have made it designed like a red carpet and then the rope on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could have. Anyways,
Should've hired
Mandeville.
us.
You're welcome, Square Enix.
Changes to the Mandeville Gold Saucer. A new gate, the slice is right, has been added. Avoid
Right.
Yojimbo's attacks and reap rich rewards. We've seen this in action. It's very interesting.
Yes.
It's very long
cool.
and it's got
But
multiple
the best
faces.
part is next.
Hey.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
excuse
the
me.
following
Skin
adjustments.
change we can believe in is gone.
Oh my god! I haven't even noticed. It's gone. Oh my god!
Good.
Almost all of the OG ones they're dying.
Cliffhanger's still there, and so is Anyway the Wind Blows.
Yeah, those are the only two left. Jesus.
Yeah, but
Those are the only
Cliffhanger
two
and
ones
Anyway the
that-
Wind Blows are really
there were originally only
Yeah.
4.
Well, also, I thought Face Off was good as well, but other people
No.
didn't.
Ugh.
The
Face
one with
off.
the vase and the skin change one are awful.
Skin change was one of the most annoying, and I'm surprised they kept it for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, skin
I'm
change was
surprised that skin
terrible.
change, like that the vase off didn't go now. Like the skin
I'm
change should have
surprised
gone
Face
first.
Off was the first one to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways,
Cliffhanger's the best one though because it's got 2 venues it can be in,
yeah.
Yeah.
2
So
courses.
Yeah,
in
but
accordance with yeah, go on.
I think it's kind of weird that Cliffhanger only can appear once every hour rather than in 2 different slots right now, because it does have 2 varieties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
Yeah. So
quick as
every
well.
hour on the hour, Cliffhanger, Air Force One, Leap of Faith. Hourly 20 minutes past the hour. Anyway the Wind Blows. The Slice is Right. Leap of Faith. And hourly 40 minutes past the hour Earth time. Anyway the Wind Blows. The Slice is Right. And Air Force One. There you go.
That's
I don't
good.
know if
That's
it's a controversial opinion, but I don't like Air Force One that much.
really. It's quick and it's easy. That's why I like it.
I think it's okay, but
Boring.
it's weird that it's.
Mm.
an
I
instance.
don't really do like gates at all. Like I
Okay, I see.
es-
Too good for gates.
especially like ones that are instanced or that lock you in place. Because I don't like, because I usually go to the gold saucer to do stuff while waiting for other stuff,
Yeah.
Mm.
and it's annoying.
I mean,
And also, I don't like being forced to complete a mini game. Like if I'm like, ugh, maybe I didn't want to do Air Force One. Now I either have to complete it or
Yeah.
just sit through this.
that's what I like about what's it called? Leap of Faith is because you're not locked in place. You're still moving.
Yes, yes. And you
Yeah,
don't
but it's
actually have to
instant.
complete all of it. You can just be like,
No,
okay, I
just
reached the
jump in.
top. I'm out. I'm not doing the other ones.
Therefore, Cliffhanger is the best one.
Love what
Because I think
one thing.
that's-
I don't like mini games, but I like the ones that I can just quit whenever I want to.
I think that's why I don't like Air Force One is that you are locked in for a specific set of time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure.
like-
I'm sure you guys, everyone loves gates, and we're the weird ones, and they are. I
Well,
understand.
you
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
think they're
am the
okay.
weird one. I understand. Just
Get out of here, old man.
I'm an old man. I don't
Go
like.
play RuneScape.
I want to.
Get your party hat on.
Yeah. It's just hey, what were we talking about? Gates. Sorry, we're done.
Yes.
I just had a stroke, like the old
Let's
man
go
I
to
am.
Mahjong.
Yes,
Mahjong.
Dome and Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Players can now
Mahjong.
switch to a high resolution layout. Big news.
Hooray.
They
know what,
showcase this by giving us a tiny square of a picture
looks high
that you
res-
can't open or pop out, so you can look at this new thing. But it's cool. Under certain conditions, UI size may default to 60% when first enabling this setting. I'm assuming because it might accidentally just cover the whole screen and you can't click out
Yeah,
of
I
anything.
think it assumes you have a tiny screen.
Yeah. So that's cool.
I mean,
Mahjong Monday is
we
coming
made-
back. Clearly.
No one really plays mahjong, and
You know what?
No,
You say that, but I have a friend.
Oh
that actually
wow!
Subscribe. No, hold on.
congratulations.
Wait.
Rollo.
I have
It's about time.
I have a friend that when I told him, hey, Mahjong's been added to 14. He just bought Shadowbringers to play.
Wow.
Wow.
He was like, and he loves
Does he know
Mahjong.
that Microsoft have like a free Mahjong game?
He just plays, and every single time, like he'll see me come online, like, "Hey, you want to play Mahjong?" I'm like,
No, all I'm saying is not a huge number of people play it, but I kind of still do want to learn how to play it and play it.
Yeah, same.
Because look at the effort they put in, and
Yeah.
it doesn't seem super complicated. It just requires
Wasn't
you
it
to
like
try
the
it a
work
few
of
times.
one person?
It was.
Maybe.
Yeah,
So,
it was like a side project, wasn't it?
Let's
Someone-
start Mahjong
Yeah.
Mondays again, and we'll learn how to play.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll learn how to play Mahjong.
Let's
We'll
do
worry
that.
about this later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can hear the panic in Georgi's voice. No Mahjong Monday. Anything but that.
I'm not worried about Mahjong Monday, Lakil. I'm worried about the amount of time we have.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we
Oh,
we
good
actually
Lord.
still we have half an hour left, and we're
And we're about one
we're
third of the way
about
through the
we're
page.
about to get to
Yeah, but
stuff.
we don't need to-
Okay, calm down. Everyone, calm down. We're on top of this
Okay.
because most of the last half is just system changes and updates and macros and shit. So we don't have to worry about that. This is the meat. Miscellaneous.
Yeah,
But we
okay.
are
Yeah.
skipping. We are skipping Mahjong now. That's it. That's it for Mahjong.
Okay.
You're getting
New
high
cards.
res. New cards, the triple triad, new NPC
pack.
opponents. Scenario mode has been added to the trust system. This is interesting. Now you can play with the not the avatars, with the trusts NPCs that you played with during the main scenario. So like Raha and the what's her name? Oh, I always forget her name.
Lena.
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 So that's cool, but they will not gain EXP obviously because they're not regular trust NPCs. But if you want to, for some reason, re-experience,
You might want to farm the gear without having to
That's
level
true.
up your avatar.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
you-
true.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
So that's
There
because
is
you don't
some
need to
trust
level.
There is some trust info in
That's true.
the interviews.
So what he said is the following, if I can find it. Yes. So you can enter the Grand Cosmos dungeon with your trusts. When you enter your first time via the MSQ, you can enter with the trusts regardless of their current level, but you will actually need to have them at the right level after your first clear. They won't be adding.
That seems contradictory with what we just learned about scenario mode, but okay.
Yeah. That is strange, because it says avatar NPCs will not gain experience points in scenario mode.
Yeah.
Nah. who knows?
I'm. This might just be Yoshi not being quite on top of it. Maybe I'm
Or
not
maybe
sure.
they didn't want to reveal this yet.
Oh yeah, maybe that. Okay. They won't be adding any new trusts this time. Graha isn't a new trust because you had him on your first run for the 71 dungeon. So there you
Yes. How will he fit? Because there's only room for 6 people.
go. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess when
Well,
you
it
click.
changes each time, doesn't it?
When you switch to scenario, you will probably only get the trust that you had available
No,
for the.
I know. But who? Then I was thinking for the Grand Cosmos, but it's possible we will be missing one of our regular 6. for
Yeah.
the Grand
Oh yeah.
Cosmos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So performance is getting this update. We have already talked about this in great length.
Yeah, we don't need
So
to
we
go
do not
Very
need
exciting.
to talk about it. It's very exciting
Very
if you're into this.
I'm gonna play the horn. Doot, doot.
Saxophone is there, so that's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Wondrous
Tuba.
Tale changes.
Wondrous Tales changes. Prices available in exchange for Chloe's Gold Certificate of Commendation, Chloe's Silver Certificate of Commendation, and Chloe's Bronze Certificate of Commendations have been adjusted. Eden's Gate has been added
Makes
to the
sense.
Wondrous Tales. All of this
That'll just
to be
be
expected.
new ornate gear and minions and,
And
stuff.
I can now assure you, this is the last warning. This is the final warning. The Garo collaboration has ended with 5.1. As such, players will no longer be able to obtain Garo-inspired PvP gear, mounts, titles, and achievements. These are the last days. So hurry up if you still need stuff from the
At
Garo
least get
collection.
the
Want
shield.
stuff.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
get the shield.
Yeah.
It's pretty
At least
cool.
get the
Yeah.
shield.
Get the shield with the MG Pro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or that.
One shield is better.
Yeah. Okay, so now's the battle system. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but we
This
are
is a
going
lot.
to try to keep it as short as possible because we have talked about job changes already. We talked about it last week. Well, you did. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
But this is specific.
Try
We don't
to
get
be
specific number adjustments
I have
last
to
time.
put all my
Yeah.
my pages here. Okay, right, let's go. Gladiator Paladin. Okay, Sentinel's duration has been increased from 10 to 15 seconds.
Yep.
Yes,
That's
good.
cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Along with Dark Knight,
It's real cute.
Very
a
cute.
Marauder, and Gunbreaker. So before they didn't include Dark Knight or Gunbreaker
Yeah.
when they were
Well, they
talking
didn't
about
say
it.
what they were.
No, they just said they were going to increase the duration for Paladin Warrior. Wasn't that it?
What are
They
you on
said it
about?
for all of them.
Okay. I never mind.
Wait, what duration for what? Have you said?
The stronger the stronger defense buff.
Oh,
for all
right,
the
right.
attacks.
Yeah. So, like, okay. So, is that Vengeance then for Warrior?
Yes.
Yeah, Vengeance for Warrior.
And Shadow
Shadow
Wall
Wall
for
for
Dark
Wall.
Knight. Right.
Nebula for
Mm.
Gunbreaker.
Holmgang, this is Warrior now. Duration has been increased from 6 to 8 seconds. Good. Raw Intuition, duration has been increased from 5 to 6 seconds.
Good.
Good. A Nebula for Gunbreaker's duration has been increased from 10 to 15 seconds. That's 5 extra seconds of Nebula. For Monk, Rockbreaker's area of effect has been changed from a cone to all nearby enemies.
That's better.
Yeah.
Getting a position was always kind of annoying.
Yeah. But a nerf. Mantra's effect potency has been reduced from 20 to 10%.
Rip.
People are going to like
That's a
these
big
and not
shame.
wanna.
And what is the shit is this? Anatman? Anatman now triggers the cooldown
one of
of
those.
weapons. True. Now triggers the cooldown of weapon skills upon execution and cannot be executed during weapon skill cooldown.
Yeah.
Right.
That's people used to use that for an opener.
Right.
Okay.
Rip that
So-
opener.
I trust you,
Sorry,
Rollo.
monks. I'm not a monk player, but I know that was a thing, and people said it in the chat too, so I can't be that wrong.
Right. Dragoon. Blood of the Dragon's recast time has been reduced from 30 to 25 seconds. You can use more Blood of the Dragon more often.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, Google.
Yeah, okay, that's how Mala pronounces it. I will just go with that. I struggle with like Norse sounding words because my brain is wired to pronounce it differently. Potency has been increased from 270 to 300. Mirage Dive's potency has been increased from 250 to 300, and Star Diver's potency has been increased from 550 to 600. So these are all good buffs.
Does this ever make you wish though that we just got hard numbers? Like,
Oh,
because
for
they
damage.
change what potency means now. Anyway, it's different now than it used to be.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, but also at the same time, it's just easy to be like, the number is bigger, better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not always. Like the difference between say 300 and like 900 isn't necessarily as big as the difference between 10 and 300.
Yeah. Well,
It'd be nice to have that.
we can discuss potency numbers later. Because now we have to talk about
We got a
Ninja.
lot to say about Ninja.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start with what Yoshi P said. The core of the job hasn't changed, and they left the system where you activate a ninjutsu by pressing the right mudras. Quote, end quote. The speed and frequency you can press your mudras haven't changed, so you should be able to have a smooth time with no stress. Okay, so with that in mind, here are the changes. Mug.
God.
Recast time has been increased from 110 to 120 seconds. Trick Attack. Potency has been increased from 340 to 350. Vulnerability up effect no longer requires an execution from the enemy's rear. Effect potency has been reduced from 10% to 5%. Effect duration has been increased from 10 to 15 seconds.
So a little bit of a nerf, but
Yeah.
you know, you get the all position things.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Aeolian Edge. Combo potency has been increased from 400 to 420. Rear combo potency has been increased from 460 to 4... Did you go through this last week? I just
They
need-
didn't give numbers.
No
Yeah,
numbers.
numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot
I
of
think
these are
we've
just.
talked a lot about these. We just have
Yeah.
numbers now.
Yeah.
If the
We've got a
I don't
good
know if-
idea on this.
It's a lot.
Is
It's
there-
a lot of numbers.
Is there anything? Yeah, there is a lot of numbers, but there are some pretty big changes. So I think what I'll do is I'll skip like the just clear like potency
Yeah.
buffs and just go on with like Shadow Fang, for instance, which has changed quite a lot. So Shadow Fang potency has been increased from 100 to 200. It's no longer a combo action with Spinning Edge. The combo bonus damage over time has been changed to an additional effect. Damage over time potency has been increased from 70 to 90. Effect duration has been increased from 24 to 30 seconds. No longer shares a recast time with other actions. Recast time has been increased from 2.5 to 70 seconds. Execution of Shadow Fang will no longer interrupt combos.
So it's just off. It's just an OGCD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
become an
so you
OGCD.
You press it for Bhutan.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah. Tenchi Jin duration has been increased from 5 to 6 seconds, now has a maximum of 2 charges, now triggers the cooldown of weapon skills, mudra, and ninjutsu upon execution. Execution of weapon skills now trigger the cooldown of this action. Recast time has been increased from 0.5 to 20 seconds. The mudra status effect will no longer be renewed by consecutive inputs of a mudra action. There you go.
So they put Tenchi Jin on a GCD with a short timer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't attack while you're doing that. Is the thing.
Yeah, this is something that they've done. The TLDR of Ninja is that a lot of skills that were on the global cooldown has become OGCDs, and OGCDs have become GCDs. They've like ninjutsu. Recast timer is no longer triggered when ninjutsu is executed or when a mudra timer runs out. Now triggers the cooldown of weapon skills, mudra, and ninjutsu upon execution. Recast time has been reduced from 20 to 1.5 seconds.
Yep.
And then
a summary of all the potency stuff. It's just because you're spending more time just doing the mudras instead of weaving them between skills.
Yeah.
Well, not weaving them, but doing them between.
Yeah.
So they make that up for that time with higher potency. So
Yeah, and now this is what's happening to all the mudras, is that they are having potency increases, and they are now becoming, have shorter recast times. So armor crush, combo potency, that's just a combo thing.
No, Kasatsu.
Oh yeah, Kasatsu no longer resets the ninjutsu recast timer. Charges have been removed. The effect allows the execution of a single ninjutsu without consumption of mudra charges has been added. Recast time now set at 15 seconds.
So you're going to be casting many mudra.
Yes.
Many.
Okay.
The rest are... So the rest is more or less the same. Oh, that's the other potency changes.
The Ninki gauge is changed up too. The cap is an 80. It's 50 now.
Oh yeah.
And so with that, with all the changes to accumulation of Ninki, the amount
Wasn't
of
the cap
potency.
100 before, but you needed 80 to use everything?
Yeah,
Yes.
the cap will still
Was
be
it?
100, but the use for Hellfrog and Baklava has been reduced. down to
Yeah,
50.
baklava.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I got
baklava.
So you can use
Baklava.
two instead of one, and then having to rebuild it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you
That's
want.
what the
It
potency
seems like it'll
changes.
make it.
It's more
just
useful for
generally easier.
burst as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bunchen, that's also one that's been... why is Tenchi-jin mentioned twice?
Yeah, what is it on here too?
I think
No, the other one was not Tenchi. Tenchi-jin before was the individual skill.
Oh, the
this is
individual
skill.
ones.
This,
Oh.
this
Yeah.
is fucking skill. That's right.
Sorry.
yeah, it's a good class.
So, the effects of this action has been revamped. Tenchi-jin now functions as follows. Temporarily converts each of the 3 mudra into a ninjutsu action. Executing one of these actions will convert the remaining mudra into different ninjutsu actions until all 3 have been executed, or the Tenchi-jin effect expires. Duration 6 seconds. Only ninjutsu available while active. The same ninjutsu cannot be executed twice. Cannot be executed while under the effect of Kasatsu. Effect ends upon moving.
So this sounds better.
It works. Basically,
It's like
you don't have to hit
Dancer.
the-
Right?
It's like that samurai thing where you can.
Wait, what is it like? Is it like I'm picturing like Dancer, but you can't move? Like when you activate
So-
a standard step, the buttons light up and you can use them instead of the attacks.
Sort of. It just means that you don't have to hit the ninjutsu button after like hitting one of your 10 T or Jin buttons.
Oh,
so
right.
now you just press it and it goes, and then you still have to do the certain combinations. So if you hit 10 first, you do Fuma. I'm guessing,
Okay.
and then you hit a Jin, you'll probably get fucking Raiton or something.
Right.
And then you hit Chi, and you'll get Suiton.
Okay.
But now you don't have to hit the Mudra button. So
Right. Okay.
Okay.
that's nice.
So the next big change is with Bunshin, the Bunshin. The effect of this the effect of this action have been revamped. Bunshin now functions as follows: grants 5 stacks of Bunshin, each stack allowing your shadow to attack enemies each time you execute a weapon skill. Duration has been increased from 15 to 30 seconds. Increase to Ninki gauge per attack has been changed from 4 to 5. Ninki gauge cost has been reduced from 80 to 50. Recast time has been reduced from 110 to 90 seconds, and the Bunshin status icon will now display the number of attacks remaining for your shadow.
Useful.
That's nice.
Yeah. And that's the biggest changes.
Yes. Don't worry, there's another
Ninja.
one.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, because there's a second job that's been going through some stuff here.
Yoshi P has some-
Yoshi
to say
P has
again.
some input. Since you can get meditate stacks from other actions, SoH will be in your normal rotation. The meditate stacks have been renamed to Kenatsu stacks. Roughly translates to blade pressure. But check the patch notes for the English name. Let's see if they did it.
It's just the fucking meditate stacks.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. If they released it without adjustments, Samurais would be too strong, so they rebalanced it. So that's what he had to say about this.
Oh, God, imagine Samurai's being too strong.
So for meditate, the maximum number of stacks gained has been reduced from 5 to 3. The meditation status effect no longer has a duration. Now it triggers the cooldown of weapon skills upon execution and cannot be executed during weapon skill cooldown. There you go. That's meditate's change. SoH potency is now fixed at 400. Requirement for execution is now fixed at 3 stacks of meditation. Recast time has been increased from 1 to 15 seconds.
So now it feels it will be more natural to include.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just a fucking button you press maybe once every patch.
Right. Anything else worth mentioning? Oh yeah, this one,
Make your sweet.
yeah, this one icon will now display the number of weapon skills that can be executed without combo requirements.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I guess the meditation stacks, what gives them is now the weapon
Oh, yeah.
skill things, the blade skills. Fuck, what are they called?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
Like Madare,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And also the double version you can do with the Keishi? The Keishi one version. So
Yeah.
you'll get them quickly.
Okay, so moving on to Bard. So with this, there's a few things Yoshi P had to say as well. The synergy the bards can provide with their songs are so-so. So
Thank you.
the player's opinion on bards having party synergy or not is divided. But Yoshida personally thinks the 5.1 bard landed on a balanced spot. If players want even more synergy for bard, like in the 4.x series, they would have to nerf bard's personal damage to a dancer's level.
I think some people would be fine with that, but I understand that it's just an issue that people are arguing about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if the creator's saying, "Oh, this change we made your job so-so,"
Yeah.
they're not gonna feel great either way.
Yeah.
Weird way to frame it, but
I miss Heavensward songs though.
Yeah, I
so-
kind of
so good.
I can see
I don't miss Mage.
Mage,
I don't miss
Mini
Cast
caster.
Bar.
Bow Mage. I don't miss
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, I don't miss that weird change because they wanted it to be identical to Machines. It
Yeah.
didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A Realm
Yeah,
Reborn
but-
bard was pretty okay.
A Realm Reborn bard was good.
That
yeah.
was, I remember having fun with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the so I'm not you probably mentioned this because I remember this specifically in the post show notes. So you might have touched on this already last week. I can't remember what you did, but the songs are back slightly. So
they have different effects each. Mage's Ballad is damage dealt is a 1% damage
Yeah.
dealt increase. Army's Paeon is a direct hit 3% increase, and Wanderer's Minuet is a critical hit 2% increase.
So that's the one you want, the Wondrous Minuet. That's when
Nice, 2%.
everyone gets happy. 2%. So Apex Arrow, is this the one where they changed the sound effect?
Sound.
Yes.
Range has been increased from 15 to 25 yalms. Potency has been reduced though, from 500 to 120. But potency increases up to 600 as Soul Voice gauge exceeds the minimum cost. consumes the soul voice gauge upon
okay.
execution. So it's like a
That makes
nerf
sense.
baked in a buff.
Yeah.
So
You
there
now
you
have
go.
to work for it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's best to use it at 100. Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct, chat.
Yeah. All of the dots have been nerfed by 10. Yep, all of that. So that's Bard. Enjoy that, Bards. For Machinist, did he have anything to say about Machinist?
These are just combo potency
yeah,
buffs.
I don't. He didn't even
It's
bother.
a general increase.
Yeah.
in
It's a general buff. Yeah. Dancers, same thing. Potency increases more or less all
Increases,
across the
yeah.
board.
a
Yeah.
general buff again.
Even
Yeah.
for your cure, wow.
Yes. For Black Mage, triple casts, status icon will now display the number of spells that can be cast with no cast time, which is nice.
Fine.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's some. Okay, so this
Oh
looks.
my God.
Okay, don't panic. A lot of this is because they've changed the pet skills. So
Why can't
Yeah.
you just sort out your classes?
he had to say something, yeah. So for Summoner, the current Summoner makes it hard to feel accomplished, so they improved on the play feel and made it easier to understand. They will try to continue to adjust what they can do during a patch cycle, instead of an expansion where they can totally rebuild it. So
That's good.
yeah.
So classes won't be fucked for the entire expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some potency buffs and stuff. This is just in accordance with the change, more or less, with the changes to pet abilities, which is why it looks like a lot of shit. It is a lot of shit, but it's. I think most of this
Really
makes
hard to even
sense.
tell if it's a general buff or nerf or what.
Yeah, I know, because
The
there's
biggest
like
change
massive
is
jumps, like Shining Topaz. Potency has been increased from 60 to
Yeah.
200. You're like, whoa.
I think the biggest change is the lack of ruination now.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
I mean, I hope it plays better, Summoners.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's already a pretty strong class in general. It always has been a pretty strong class.
Yeah.
Because it's basically like it was always like a mobile Black Mage in a way.
Yeah.
It used to have good numbers.
Yeah.
So, hope
But
it's...
does Bane have 100% spread now?
Yes, I saw that. It's
No,
here. Wait, no. Oh, that's the Ruination
No.
one. Wait, where's the one with? I've read this before. Is that on Discord? Where's that
Oh yeah,
information?
no, we might have talked about it last week, but yeah, they definitely said that it resets timers as well now.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a trait.
Oh no, it's a trait. Yes, that's
Okay.
why.
Yeah, there we go.
Huh.
Yes. What? No, that's still not.
Now always
Saying that.
extends
No,
the
it's
duration of
down lower.
Okay,
Nikhil.
all right,
The following
right, okay.
trait has been adjusted.
Okay. Okay, we'll get to it.
I don't know.
Red Mage, not a
That's
lot.
a general buff.
Yeah.
Buffs,
For White Mage,
acceleration.
same.
Acceleration change is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
that's
acceleration
nice.
changes very. It's
Yeah, duration has been increased from 10 to 20 seconds. Recast time has been increased from 35 to 55 seconds. But effect now applies to the next 3 Ver Thunder, Ver
3.
Flare, or Ver Arrow, Ver Holy spells cast.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
nice.
White Mage Asylum's range and radius increased from 6 to 8 yalms. Fine. And then Temperance effect now applied immediately after execution. Because for some reason that's not the case right now. It takes like a few ticks before it actually applies the effect.
Yeah.
That's the wings. So Scholar,
I don't like this.
Summon Seraph, duration has been increased. Also, just want to mention the Asylum thing. I never understood why the Asylum bubble is smaller than the Scholar shield.
Yeah, I
bubble.
never understood that either. So
There's
I'm happy
no
that that's-
reason for it. It was always weaker because we didn't used to have like. Well, it didn't.
Shields.
It had like a weak
didn't.
region. That was it.
Yeah.
But now it's.
It didn't actually increase defense at all.
No. Right, so Scholar, Summon Seraph, duration has been increased from 20 to 22 seconds. Seraph must now wait 2 seconds after being summoned to begin executing actions.
That's fair.
That's very annoying because
Yeah,
before
but
you
you gotta
would
do
summon
animation.
Yeah, but you could immediately cast things when it was summoned anyway.
Yeah.
Now you can't.
Embrace.
Because
and-
you would used to weave Summon Seraph and Consolation in the same weave window. In the
Oh,
same
yeah.
GCD. But now you can't.
No.
It won't let you.
Embrace and Seraphic Veil. These actions will no longer be executed when pet is set to steady. That makes sense. It's
Yeah.
not supposed to do that. So, Consolation recast timer has been increased from 20 to 30 seconds. That's that.
Yeah, that's fine. You only use it twice during a Seraph window anyway.
Yeah.
And
Moving
you get
on.
both charges back by the time of the next summon Seraph. But
Moving
yes.
on to Astrologian. I'm not going to talk about. There's some buffs and stuff, but collective unconscious is the biggest change. The effect of this action has been revamped. Collective unconscious now functions as follows: creates a celestial ring around the caster. Diurnal Sect effect reduces damage taken by 10% and applies Wheel of Fortune to self and any party members who enter for 18 seconds. Wheel of Fortune effect. Diurnal, region, cure potency, 100, duration, 15 seconds. Nocturnal Sect effect, grants healing over time and applies Wheel of Fortune to self and party members who enter. Cure potency, 100, for 18 seconds. Wheel of Fortune effect, nocturnal, reduces damage taken by 10%, duration, 20 seconds. Effect ends upon using another action or moving, including facing in a different direction. Cancels auto attack upon execution. Can only be executed while under the effect of Diurnal Sect or Nocturnal Sect. Radius has been increased from 6 to 8 yalms. Recast time has been reduced from 90 to 60 seconds.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
Let me get this straight. Right, so for Diurnal, you'll get a 10% damage down for 18 seconds and 100 hot for 15 seconds. And for Nocturnal, you'll get 100 hot for 18 seconds and a reduced damage by 10% for 20 seconds.
Yep.
So it's categorically better.
No, well, they serve different purposes, but yeah. Basically, yeah.
I mean, it is.
This I can't even with these. Astrologian, I'm sorry.
Why would you
are
use
going through a
Diurnal?
difficult time.
I'm going through such a hard time. I'm not really playing it.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be,
I don't understand why you'd... Unless you are forced into Diurnal because of the other Astrologian, there's no good reason to use their version of it.
I know. Okay,
Well,
anyways.
Diurnal overall is better in other ways, mate.
Yeah. They're
But you can
situational.
switch so easily.
There
No,
was
you can't.
No.
You don't
That-
switch mid.
That's not.
You can't switch
okay.
mid-battle.
No.
All right,
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
you pick one at the start.
Yeah. Mela wouldn't know because he never unlocked any of the other sects or any of the other stances.
No, he only has Diurnal.
Infuriating when I'm with him because I'm a white mage and he's only got the region one. So
All right, I'll do the quest.
Jesus.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. He's just doing it on purpose.
I
What?
like to level them and then do the quest later usually.
Oh my
Shut
goodness
up.
Christ.
Let's
on a
continue.
stick. That doesn't. Okay. Tank roll. Reprisal. Effect now applies to all nearby enemies. That's very good. Thank God.
Use that during big pulls.
Yeah.
Very nice buff.
In
Yeah.
fact, huge buff.
And
to
it
be
even
honest.
lasts longer, from 6 to 10 seconds. For healers, rescues recast time has been reduced from 150 to 120 seconds.
Oh,
Thank
boy.
God. That's...
Just remove it.
No!
No, don't
There's
remove
no.
it.
Oriancha
Good
used
use.
it. That means
No.
it's canon.
So is break.
Yes.
Yes.
The following trait has been added. Level 76 for Summoner. Enhanced Outburst. Increases the potency of Outburst to 19. That is the following. That's the only trait that's been added. This has been removed. Well, they also lost one. Enhanced Tri-Disaster for Summoner.
Yeah, because it doesn't do Ruination.
This is interesting. The display of resource... Okay, so help text has been adjusted. The display of resource costs with action icons have been adjusted as follows. For White Mage, Lily and Blood Lily costs will no longer display on action icons. To be
Why
honest, I didn't even know they showed that were displayed on the action
Yeah, they
icons.
do show them.
Because they cost 1 Lily each. What is
Oh,
the
right.
point?
That's fair enough. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
Machinist,
and then
minimum battery gauge cost will now be displayed on action icons.
That's nice.
For
That's
red,
good.
Yeah. For Red Mage, black and white mana costs will now be displayed. So this makes more sense
very good.
than this. Like, having black and white mana costs displayed on the action icons makes more sense than showing the fucking Lily and Blood Lily cost. They
Yeah,
put that in, but not in for Red Mage. For Gunbreaker, cartridge costs will now be displayed on action icons. And for
that's
Dancer,
useful too.
Fourfold Feather cost will no longer be displayed on action icons. There you go. Job gauges have been adjusted. A sound will now play when Gunbreaker's powder gauge is full. The change in display of the Inky gauge and sound effect played when reaching 18 Inky has been changed to trigger when reaching 50. A sound will now play when Bard's soul voice gauge reaches 100. A sound will now play when Machinist's battery gauge reaches 100. A sound will now play when Dancer gains their fourfold feather. The change in display of the balance gauge and sound effect played when reaching 30 white mana and black mana has been changed to trigger when reaching 80 white mana and black mana.
So much better.
A sound
why
will...
at 30? You
I
can't
don't know.
use
I
anything.
don't know. A sound will now play when White Mage's Blood Lily blooms.
That's
Very good
That
changes.
makes sense, yeah. Pets will now be displayed in the party list. That's good. Now you actually
Have
know
they
if
so?
your pet has been summoned or not, if it's on
Yes.
the field.
I'm sure they added this at some point, or was that just for Choco?
No, they removed it.
It wasn't.
It
It was an
used-
option. Yeah, they removed
It
it
used
and
to
then
be
they
there,
made it
then-
an
Yeah,
optional
yeah.
setting to
Ah.
turn it back on. But now they've made it permanent again because
Yeah.
why would you ever want it off?
Yeah, yeah. Summoners Demi Phoenix can no longer be targeted. There you go. There's some changes to Blue Mage. We're
Dang.
not going through them, but if you want
no.
to, there's some stuff here that's that we can
It's
read.
interesting.
We can read
The
what Yoshi P
filter's
said.
very good.
Yeah, read what Yoshi P said.
Yoshi P said that Blue Mage log is extremely fun and has various objectives such as clear Thornton Extreme with 8 Blue Mages, and you get to play old content from different perspectives. Figuring out and researching with combination of blue magic you want for each task is fun. Which combination of blue magic you want. There are rewards for Blue Mage logs, and they want to provide a variety of rewards in the future. They will be adding new magic that changes your stance. He wants you to imagine finding a tank and healer and copying their abilities/capabilities. The term he used here isn't the ability as in abilities each job has, but more along the lines of capabilities. Level 5 death will finally be added, and you can kill
Hooray.
bosses as soon as you enter the boss arena. He did not say all bosses, though.
Excellent.
The
Probably
And that's
like
so
3
funny.
This is perhaps one of the biggest ones, though. The learning system itself has been adjusted, and you almost have a 100% chance of learning a spell if you do the content synced.
Why
would it be
add the
almost?
almost? Just
Just
make
make
it
it-
100%.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 98%.
Because you know there's going to be that one run when
Yeah.
you don't get it, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, well, hang on a sec. Just make it 100%.
Yeah. Okay, we need to move.
The filters on the thing's really good, though.
yeah.
I think that's worth it.
What?
filters for skills.
The filter
Oh,
for the
yeah.
Blue Mage spellbook.
That is
You
very-
can
that's
choose
very
like
useful.
status
Convenient.
inflicts and
It would have
stuff
been
as well.
useful when we were doing that. but
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Grand Cosmos has been added. We're not going to talk about it. Hades. There's some stuff.
No, minimum item level requirement has been added to leveling dungeons.
Yeah, that's really
Wait,
important.
where is that though? Oh yeah, sorry,
Yes,
it's
yeah,
right
right
there.
Yeah.
A minimum item level requirements been added to the following dungeons. Also, all the realm. A lot
This
of
is
the
a
leveling
big
dungeons.
change.
all leveling
Yeah.
dungeons.
Yes.
So people can't go in as like an eye level 30 tank and ruin it for people.
Well, these aren't all the leveling dungeons.
Well,
These
it's all the Heavensward and on leveling dungeons.
expert dungeons.
Which is
No,
nice.
they're not expert.
No,
Wait,
they're all
where are
just
the
the
realm?
leveling.
These are-
Why haven't they added all of the?
Because you don't. It's not as important in Realm Reborn.
Yeah.
I mean, you did.
Well,
you remember you did.
excuse me.
you did-
Aurum Vale
you did
needs to be on
Aurum
this
Vale
list.
naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
also,
sure.
that's you don't have to do Aurum Vale for this, do you? I can't even remember.
It's a site you
That's
have.
an optional dungeon.
I can't remember. You needed to
If it's
rank
optional, it
up
doesn't
in your
matter.
grand company.
Yes, for the Grand Company. That's why you do it.
A new trial, the Minstrel's Ballad, Hades Elegy has been added. He says that as a whole fight, it's almost the same difficulty as Shinryu Extreme. We have already said that. Those players who aren't really good with do A during B should find this fight easy. Instead, this time they organize some mechanics with a different style, and players who aren't good with those types of mechanics might have trouble beating the fight.
The little
don't
vague,
understand
but
A
that.
little,
yeah.
I don't know. Yoshida was able to clear it on his second try after hearing all the explanations from the devs. He did want to have a word with the devs as a black mage, though.
no.
Yay!
The rewards will be weapons, but the item level will not be higher than the Eden Savage weapon. This
Never
fight
yeah.
is longer than the usual extreme fights, so you'll be given 2 totems when you clear. There
Oh,
is
that's the reason why.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There is also one housing related item, but those who are blessed by the light might feel awkward placing it in their house. They speculate it might be a Zodiarch statue.
Oh.
That's pure speculation, not confirmed.
better be.
So, the following adjustments have been made to the trial Thornmarch Hard. There's just reduction because of Blue Mage. It's probably having to use them.
No, well, also it means that you can't kill it before it uses memento removal. Anymore.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it
sorry,
doesn't-
yeah.
that ability doesn't even have
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Can't use level 5 death.
The weekly
Sorry.
restrictions on rewards in Eden's Gate's been removed, all that stuff. And then there's the copied factory,
Except the
which
blade.
which we've already talked about.
Mhm.
He
And
has
the
something
item
to
for
say
people.
about it in the.
What?
Doesn't he? Oh no. We already talked about Yorha.
Yeah, we've already talked about Yora. Let's jump. There's Eureka's got here are the fixes to Eureka. The Echo will take effect upon entering the Forbidden Land Eureka, increasing the player's maximum HP damage dealt and healing potency. It is now easier to spawn notorious monsters, and story quest completion is no longer required to ride mounts.
Yay!
Cool change.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it super easy though.
Well, it depends on the Echo strength.
Better be a strong Echo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What have I
You
skipped?
skipped the interruption to malice by mimics and quivering coffers in deep dungeons is a really big change for like
You can interrupt
deep
them.
dungeon progress. Yeah, it can be
Yes,
interrupted now.
You can interrupt.
And also undersized for Great Hunt, which we couldn't do before.
Yes. Right. That's we need to like.
Exploratory missions have been removed.
Oh yeah, that's where does that?
Sad.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, goodbye diadem. Oh God,
We need to do
We need
that
to do
soon.
it.
can we do it on Monday?
We can either do it on Monday or we
servers
can
will
do it
be down, won't they?
on my level.
Will the servers?
Aren't the servers down for a day?
No, I think they said they wouldn't be. Right? But because
They said 6 hours, I think.
yeah. Can chat please confirm this? We might have to just do this after. We'll figure that out. Well, we want to do it like as close to the end as possible, like we did last time, right? We want
Yeah.
to do it on the actual last day. Right. They've added the Grand Cosmos to the Expert Roulette.
Nice.
Yes. The average item level has gone up as a result of that, obviously. PvP, significant adjustments have been made to PvP actions. Details on changes to actions and traits will be added to the Final Fantasy XIV job guide on Tuesday, October 29th.
Thank goodness it's not today.
Yeah. The ranking of each Grand Company will now be displayed on the results screen.
Nice.
Frontline, players can now queue for daily challenge Frontline as a party, but
Yay!
Unfortunately, party size when registering is now limited to 4 players.
Why
Ooh.
though?
But mount
Because it's
speed's
still
been increased.
72.
I don't
Because
know.
I
If it's
don't
still
think they want
72 players.
Because I don't think they want entire parties
Yeah.
going into frontline
Yeah,
daily challenges.
yeah.
Boo.
But you can use return freely now whenever you want, and you will automatically be respawned after 5 seconds after being defeated.
Useful.
They made adjustments to the maps.
These are big, especially the
These
shatter
are
one,
really
I
good
think.
changes.
Yeah,
Because the secure ones, like you know the timings if you play it enough, but the shatter one's random, so
yeah,
that's really big.
yeah.
You actually know where to
I'm
come.
surprised it doesn't apply to Seal Rock.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
that one's also random. And that's a bit of
Yeah.
a shame.
Yeah. All matches now require 72 players to commence,
hate
but
this
match player
Really hate
requirements will no longer be reduced based on queue times.
Boo.
Yeah.
Bring back 24, man.
The Battle High status has been changed to Battle High Gauge. The strength of Battle High is now based on your rating, so it'll just increase, and we have new icons and everything. It's very fancy looking. The new items, we have now confirmed that this is PvP gear.
Yeah.
It looks like, where's that? Like, what is this based off of? What game is
Metal
it?
Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Well, it's based off a melee design contest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it
but
looks
they've
empty,
clearly inspired by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of writing in there.
Yeah. New recipes have been added. This little cozy winter
I like
coat.
that.
The squall jacket. But
Yes.
not
No,
really.
But it's not the squall jacket. You're just
It's
just
just
because
a-
it's got the fur.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That woman would be very warm except for the open gap in her thighs.
Maybe she needs to air herself out, Yogi.
Oh, shut up. Oh.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's the certificates of good cheer are now expired. So, God, we haven't even talked about crafting, but
No.
big changes here. Well, super fast. New crafter actions. Final appraisal at level 42. The next action that would complete item synthesis. Synthesis will instead leave 1 progress point remaining. Effect active for 5 steps. Waste not 2. Reduce loss of durability by 50% for the next 8 steps at level 47. Level 55. Careful observation. Specialist action. Do nothing for 1 step. Preserving the status of any actions presently in effect. A crafter delineation is used upon execution. Can only be used up to 3 times per synthesis. This action does not increase step count. Level 69. Reflect. Increases inner quiet stack by 3 up to 11. Can only be used when initial preparations is active. So those have been added. We will not go through all of this.
No,
We
this is something
simply
we can just
cannot. Just look
No.
at the screen. If
We'll
you're
just give you a
audio listeners,
review.
a lot of shit has been adjusted.
We'll
And
give you a review of
go
our thoughts on
craft.
crafting changes at
Yeah.
a later date.
yeah, the whole
They want you
system.
to do it.
Yeah, and look at this list. There's a list of actions. I'll read them quickly for our audio listeners. So you will not see these anymore if you're a crafter. Steady Hand, Master's Men 2, Steady Hand 2, Standard Synthesis, Advanced Touch, Hasty Touch 2, Initial Preparations, Rapid Synthesis 2, Rapid Synthesis 3, Trained Instinct, Satisfaction, Whistle While You Work. Oh my god, my
Thank
favorite.
goodness.
Finishing
No.
Touches, Innovative Touch, Nemea's Wheel, Byrogot's Miracle, Trained Hand, Specialty Reinforce, Specialty Refurbish, and Specialty Reflect. For Carpenter, Rumination, Heart of the Carpenter, Blacksmith, Ingenuity 2, Heart of the Blacksmith, Armorer, Piece by Piece, Heart of the Armorer, Goldsmith,
no.
Manipulation, Flawless Synthesis, Innovation, Maker's Mark, Heart of the Goldsmith, Leatherworker, Waste Not 2,
Maker's Mark.
yeah. Weaver, Careful Synthesis 2, Heart of the Weaver. Alchemist, Comfort Zone, Heart of the Alchemist. Culinarian, Reclaim, Heart of the Culinarian. So all of our hearts have been removed. Ansem 1, that's why he's here. That's why Cianoid is out and about. Additional actions have been removed. Ingenuity, Rapid Synthesis, Waste Not, Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch, Muscle Memory. Again, a lot of shit.
scary.
They've also removed a crafter trait, Stroke of Genius. There's the crafting tree, collectible.
Experience point gains have been increased for crafters.
Yes,
Yay.
yes, good news. All of this is stuff we've
Recent
gone
changes
through.
are fantastic, but we've been through it.
Yeah, all of
Yes.
this gathering stuff, minor.
Well, the descent works slightly differently to how I thought it would. You can still level descent.
It still
but you
requires
can level
leveling.
before,
Yeah, yeah.
and you'll never fail. So you'll still increase on high level stuff, but you might not get everything you want, and you can get rare items and stuff the higher your
yeah.
ability.
They showed, I believe, they've removed the stealth ones, but that doesn't matter because you will
I know.
now
Auto stealth.
automatically be stealth.
It just shows you how weird the system was.
Yeah. It shows, yeah. Quick gathering looks nice. Quick gathering allows you to
Looks-
continuously gather from a specific slot of a gathering
It's
node
what we
until all
expected.
gathering
Cool.
attempts have been exhausted.
Yeah, baby.
And you can now see everything. But if you haven't mined it before, there's a tiny little like question mark bag next to it.
Yeah, I don't like that change.
Why? Why would
I
you
don't know,
not
something
see what you're
exciting.
gathering? You're like looking
I
into a
like
bush.
this-
It makes sense. Oh, there's
I
some
know,
flags.
but it
there's
was
some carrot.
exciting.
No. The required.
Okay, just no.
They've changed the nodes by they've shifted the level requirement to see gathering points by one level. So
Down one level. every
down one
instant.
level. Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's fair enough.
Kaishir is ready to undress in Yulmar. The Glamour Dressers had some adjustments.
Mounts.
New mounts. I don't know about this one, G.
Right.
I have really negative feelings about
But-
the Cine.
but-
Very
I
strongly
really,
negative.
really hope it's just a statue.
I hope it's just a statue. It's got some cracks
Yeah.
and
Just a
stuff in
statue.
it, and I think that might just be a statue. It's also
if
incredibly
it's a
low
statue-
res from the screenshot, but yeah.
Even if it's a statue, I'm a bit negative towards it. But if it's
'Cause
an
you-
actual Cine, I'm 100% negative.
Because
towards it.
wouldn't that be like the biggest insult you could ever?
Yeah, to just
Yes,
suddenly be
it
riding
would.
around on the
yeah,
enemy.
yeah.
I don't think
It
he'd
has
be very happy
caused
with that.
so much pain to Norvrend.
And now you're just like, hey,
the
check
people,
this out.
the person
Hey,
that
check this
freed
out.
them is now riding around on a Sin Eater. What the fuck?
Yeah.
New Chocobo Barding.
Really poor.
New minions, a goldfish. It's Goldine and
Meerkat.
Alexander.
Timon.
Yeah, Timon.
An item exchange to upgrade crafted item level 450 equipment to item level 460 has been added to Yulmore. Lots of system changes. I feel like we've talked about this for a while.
You can now have favorite
You
items.
can now
that
have
you
favorite
search
items.
for.
The favorite
Yay.
system now makes sense because you
Yeah.
can still
Where's it
heart.
clear?
Yeah, it's
It's like a wish list.
yeah.
But it actually works.
Following adjustments are made to gear exchange vendors. A filter to view
nice.
gear for specific classes and jobs have been added, which is cool. Fellowships we've talked about at length, so we
That's
don't
good.
have to talk
We'll
about.
make one probably.
Yeah,
Mentor changes. We
mentor
talked about
changes.
this.
We
We
have
talked
talked
about
about
that
the mentor
extensively.
changes.
Get your comms right now.
Yeah,
Hurry,
group
right now,
posts
do it.
can now be used while riding a mount, and a manual
cool.
brightness setting has been added. Character
Cool.
lighting settings has also been added.
Pretty good.
Yep, all
Ooh.
good.
Recordable duties changed.
Wow.
Hey,
Cool.
all two of them.
Item level is now displayed in the duty finder.
That's cool.
The layout of the first dungeons,
Nice.
trials, and raids tabs have been adjusted for easier navigation.
This is really nice
This is
too.
cool. They're
I
now
don't
like
see why they
collapsible.
can't just add it for the the new expansion as well. Why that still needs
Yeah, why
some
that needs
tab
to be-
now that
yeah.
you can
Yeah.
fold.
Yeah. The layer of the Duty Finder settings menu has changed.
That's good.
Stuff like that.
A lot of
Transparency
generic
settings.
changes.
A lot of good stuff. And I feel like we've already talked about all the upcoming system changes.
The
So we don't have to go
majority
through that.
changes,
And the new launcher!
Hooray!
I'm very...
It's beautiful.
I
Yay.
know.
It
It's
is
very
so
nice.
looking.
It's way too modern. Imagine if it had more shiny buttons and
Okay. That's...
Windows Vista.
We're done with
circles
that
and
era.
dots.
We're done. Okay. Lastly, he mentioned something about the PS5 version that people has been talking about, because PS5 is happening, so everyone is obviously asking the question,
true.
what about
Yeah.
14? They are positively considering releasing a PS5 version of 14, but it doesn't mean PS4 players will suddenly be able to adjust everything just like the PC version from the start. Well, I don't know why. Okay. Even if they do release a PS5 version, the first release will be a normal playable edition, and then they will add PS5 specific features and functions that live up to its graphics and other capabilities in the future patches. That's
Alright.
exciting.
Okay, but I'm just gonna say, because obviously the PS5 controller is gonna have like haptic feedback and other specific features. They have
No.
very regularly removed or hindered PC progress because the PlayStation can't handle it. So they cannot be adding in haptic feedback for the PS5
Okay.
because
Okay.
we won't be able to deal with it. So
Alright.
just think about that.
I
I
Square
think we
Enix.
should very quickly talk about the Alexander Ultimate stuff from the
Ugh.
summaries as well.
Jesus Christ, we're over time. Like the okay, Alexander Ultimate. Like the title talks on its own. Probably everything in it is in it. So how many times are they going to transform, and how many times are they going to combine with each other? The devs' passion for robots are stuffed in it. The fight will no
There
longer.
are robots in this patch actually.
Yeah, the fight.
The robot patch.
The fight will be longer than the Ultima Weapon Ultimate. They are shaving
Yay.
off and adjusting the content right now during the interview, which took place in the past. Thank you for that explanation. And they are going forward and back with removing mechanics and adding mechanics. The devs' intention and goal when creating this content is, as long as one party can clear it, will be fine. A lot of
That's perfect.
a lot of players are nice enough to stream the content, so Yoshida wants the actual challengers and viewers to scream together
Yeah.
as they progress. The direction they went with is closer to Bahamut Ultimate.
Yeah.
The Alexander fight was designed by someone who watched Pseudo and what is this reference? Yokozawa create. Oh, those are the people that worked on it. Create the
Those are
previous
the people
two
that
Ultimate
made the
fights.
last two fights.
Yeah, the reward.
He watched them.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
The rewards will be weapons that will stand out instantly with a different effect / animation to it. They also have a title as a reward. Please look forward to
Come
it.
on, help us plug
Nice.
Eden so we can do it.
Get us there. Please carry us. Okay.
That's not gonna happen, but hey.
All right, that's the show. Sorry for
Thank
rushing
you
at
for
the end there,
watching.
but we have limited airtime. Thank you for watching this episode of Speakers of Adlin. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfAdlin, YouTube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord if you're watching live to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, link is in the description. Send us Mogmail. Next week we will actually read Mogmail. We have a little bit of a backlog now, so we will read that next week. If you're watching live, make sure to stay tuned for the post show, which will follow this. We'll be watching Minimum Eye Level and reading questions from the Syndicate. Thanks for watching. We'll see you
Hooray.
next week. Or no, we'll see you tomorrow, actually, for Minimum Eye Level, which we will also draw in the post show. See you there. Bye.
Bye.